Sara and Ali were born on 5th October 2003 at exactly 12 a.m. When the nurse presented the twins to their parents, feelings of joy and happiness flooded the plain white hospital room. At the age of 4, they were enrolled into Westwood Elementary. On every parent-teacher conference, their parents were showered with pride as they heard the praise provided to Sara and Ali by their teachers. This continued until grade 8 when Ali's grades started to deteriorate and Sara started to achieve a higher percentage than her twin brother. No matter how terrible she felt, she knew she couldn't do anything as Ali was not ready to listen to her. Feelings of jealousy flooded him. Therefore, he decided to consult his middle school counselor, Mr. Dural, who he considered wise. Hoping to gain some guidance, Ali listened attentively as Mr. Dural told him that men were the superior beings in this world and that no woman should be considered dominant as they were useless to this society. Before that day, Ali and Sara had always been Ali and Sara, but that day Ali and Sara became labeled as boy and girl. Ali's perspective changed on the entire society. He became determined to achieve higher than Sara. He started to insult women and females, but his parents, specifically his father, always laughed it off and praised him. 18 years later, both twins graduated from Everest University and achieved ample praise from the staff and students at their university. They were among the top students. Sara achieved the first position label, while Ali received the second position reward due to a difference of 32 numbers. A month later, both siblings decided to stand on their own 2 feet as they went out to seek employment. Ali got a job as a first-in-command at one of the most popular textile business companies in the state, led by an old man aged 65 who didn't have any heirs and therefore had decided to hand over the company to one of his employees. Sara, on the other hand, could not find employment no matter where she went. 3 months had passed. Her resume was never considered, only scanned and thrown off to the side. Some woman in her village taunted her mother on a regular basis, which made Sara's heart sink with grief. Daughters should stay at home and observe and practice culinary methods and home decor so they can please their in-laws. Why do you send your daughter to work? She is bound to live according to her husband's command for the rest of her existence. Her mother always responded with a smile and said, "My daughter is my pride. I believe in her." These words were Sara's motivation. They made her heart swell with hope and her eyes radiate with determination. One day, Sara went to Lucine Industries with hope that this would be her first workplace. Clutching her resume close to her chest, she entered the enormous building and took a deep breath. Following the directions provided by the secretary at the front desk, Sara now stood in front of the massive doors that led her to her required destination. As she opened the doors, she saw that sitting on the towering chair across the room was her brother Ali, welcoming her with a cocky grin. She showed him her resume and asked for a suitable job in the company he was working at. He ignored her request and with a sly grin stated, "I am the first in command of one of the largest textile production companies in the country. How does it feel, Sara, to be begging for work from the person who is considered average compared to you? Now I am the superior figure, as men should be." Sara bowed her head down in shame. How could she feel prideful when her gender was attacked? "But you are my sister, even if it is unfortunate, so I will employ you as a junior staff member," Ali continued. Sara's head shot up with surprise. Was that all her resume, her qualification, her degree, her effort, and her time worth? Remembering her mother's words, Sara slammed her hand on the table with rage. Her eyes were fierce as she responded, "I am the society's pride, I am my education's pride, I am my parents' pride, I am my mother's pride, and I am my own pride. Disrespecting a gender whose DNA is similar to yours, whose ancestry is similar to yours, and whose ambitions are similar to yours doesn't make you superior. In fact, it is the most inferior of the inferiors." It has been 3 years since Sara stormed out of Ali's office, 3 years since she stood up for gender. Now she is the owner of one of the largest organizations in this world working towards women's rights. If Sara stood up for her gender, then why don't you?